Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. For the first time in Hamilton, we will get to see the defending league champions, I guess you call them, Samoa. They won in Cape Town, ready to go here in New Zealand, and they will have a tough challenge straight away, and they will be taking on the Kenyans. Looking through the Samoan starting lineup, it will be Va'a, Apiloa, no, I've butchered his name. I have never messed up that man's name before. I think I'm too excited because now, coming off a victory in a league, they are sitting top of the World Sevens circuit. The Va'a Pilomaliko, there we go. Got it out the second time. Yuna Sioni, Valvasa Avasoa, Paul Eti Slater, Paul Scanlon, Fa'afoi Falaniko, and Owen Nui, the last man in that Samoan starting lineup. Then for the Kenyans, it will be Ambaka, Hamwa, Abakusi, Oyo, Anya, Omundi, and Ronaldo Omundi as well. Speaking of players, though, big return, Malani Matavao for the Samoans, although it seems that he's in the squad but not going to be playing in this match. So perhaps just trying to slowly ease him into it. But Samoa, they will get the kickoff, and now they are ready to go. I mentioned a gold medal in Cape Town and already looking extremely dangerous. Valvas Afasua down the wing, tries to keep it in the field of play. Unfortunately, offloads it straight into the hands of William Bucker. Now, Kenya have got this one on their 22. This will be tough for them because the pressure of Samoa in defense will certainly drive them backwards. And it looks like Owen Nui able to tie him up there. The ball ripped away by Slater, but they will have to go back for the original penalty. Samoa are going to destroy them, says Christian. Go Samoa, you got this, says Jason there. But Kenya winning themselves the early penalty. Now, we'll mention this game is going to be played in a lot drier conditions than that Cape Town Sevens final. They were pretty much underwater on the field for that matchup, but a brilliant win for the Samoans over New Zealand, 12 points to 7, a confidence builder. And the last time, they were showing earlier on, the last time that there was actually a Samoan side sitting top of the World Sevens circuit, yes, they are tying at the moment, but they're sitting top, was actually back in 2010, 13 years ago. 13 years ago, I would have been like 10 years old. I've just told you how old I am. I think a lot of you possibly already knew that, though. Now going back across to the left-hand side, here come the Kenyans. Va'a Apilo Maliko making the nice tackle there. I can't believe I butchered his name in the intro. Poor on my front. Now, nice step. Nelson Oyo decides to take on the line, and it seems like Kenya certainly going to be bringing the physicality into this matchup, and brilliant run now, moving up to 40 meters out. That was Anya. Yeah, more possession in the first 2 minutes of this matchup. Little mistake there. It's gone backwards, I've said, though. So it is going to be play on. William Bucker does receive that offload. A lot of pressure in the breakdown. Samoa pick it up. And now ball on the inside. Plenty of pace. He has to run pretty much straight sideways here. And still doesn't quite get to the line for Fa'afoi Falaniko. Brilliant defense from Kenya. The ball was just in touch, though. And it's going to be a 10-meter line out. Just out from their line for the Kenyans, but brilliant defense. Fa'afoi Falaniko thought he had the pace that just kept on having to run more and more sideways. Nelson Oyo was not going to be allowing him through easy. And in such a tough group, every point is crucial. Turned over there for Samoa, and now they've got a chance down the wing. Owen Nui steps on the inside. 2 meters out, driving the legs, gets over. Brilliant try and brilliant strength shown by the Samoa number 11 to get over the line. Bit slow getting to his feet, might have hurt in the process. He did have a big Kenyan on his back while trying to get over the try line, but they just had numbers on the outside here, Samoa. It was about a 2 or 3 on 1. And Nelson Oyo, his defense is brilliant, but just wasn't quite able to stop the big Samoan from making his way over the line. Big win for Samoa coming, says Roof there. Yeah, do let me know your score predictions, ladies and gentlemen, in the chat, but brilliantly done by that man out on the wing. Owen Nui, let's go, boys. Says Jason, the kick is unsuccessful. In the end, extremely close to going over. Just dropping short. Tell you what, there are certainly a lot of supporters for Samoa in attendance for this one. Same with Fiji. It seems like there's more Fiji and Samoan supporters than there are New Zealand supporters in New Zealand, which is absolutely awesome to see because they always bring that atmosphere to the grounds. Paul Scanlon kicked that one out on the full, not what he would have been after. But now it means that 3 minutes remaining. Samoa still with a 5-0 lead. Now, we haven't seen too many conversions successful so far in this competition, even though we've only seen a few matches. I should mention that currently at this same stage, there is another match taking place, and that will be the matchup between, I think it's Ireland versus someone. I'm not too sure who they are facing at the moment. In fact, it might not be Ireland. I think Ireland might play a little bit later on tonight, but it's on field 2 anyway. I'll give you a score update. I think it's Uruguay actually in action for that game. We'll see what the score is sitting at for that one. But now Kenya going off to the left-hand side. Nelson Oyo again getting another crack, sitting 40 meters out now from the Samoan line for the Kenyans. I'm looking forward to seeing the power that comes off the bench for Samoa here, because they've got Tuna Tuitama. Now, anyone who hasn't heard that man's name, he's an absolute beast and will try and break some ribs when he gets out there. Nice run down the wing, though, for Kenya, moving into the 22 now. Samoa giving them a few easy meters, but they need to make sure that they are getting this defense right. Nice short ball to William Baka. And able to run over the top of Va'a Apilomaliko. Now straight through. Kenya almost 5 meters out. Last ditch effort from Owen Nui. Now Hamwa trying to get through. William Baka goes off to the left-hand side. Kenya, all they need is to pass out wide and they get this try. But no, brilliant defense again from Valvasa Afasua. And able to get the offload. But yeah, it is Uruguay versus Ireland for that other match. Dropping his head, Nelson Oyo, 1 meter short, another advantage. This could be a yellow card for Samoa here. Around the side, gets over the line, and Kenya will be back into this contest now. I think, Samoan winger here. I think that's Paul Scanlon. He's trying to say that he actually stole that ball off Tony Omundi before he was able to score it. We're going to get to see it from a different angle here. Brilliant work from Kenya, just able to hang on to that position as long as they could. Yeah, that's an easy try. That would have been a waste if they had gone upstairs to check that one. 35-10, and let's go Manu Samoa, says Mark Malea. And I didn't know Kenya play rugby strong team, says Roof. Yeah, and always a side on the 7 circuit that can cause an upset, which is exactly why Samoa need to make sure they are successful in this game, because they've also got Fiji and France in their group. No easy beats by any means of the word. And Lennox has said, morning TKL. Welcome in, mate. Hope you are doing very well, mate. Hope you're excited for some more Sevens action. We've got Hamilton Sevens today, Hamilton Sevens tomorrow, and then Sydney next weekend when it's going to be taking place. And then we've got to wait a few more weeks till we get to see the next step. Let's go Kenya, says Lucky Omondi. At the moment, well and truly in this contest. Interesting. Tried to charge that kick down for the Kenyans, although there wasn't a kick. So it did look a very impressive jump for no reason. But now Samoa win themselves the penalty just inside of their 22 here. Come on, boys. Says Jason, looks like Samoa willing to try and attack this one rather than kicking it into touch and accepting a 5-all halftime score, going off to the right here. Slowly driving forward, here comes the big man, Yuna Sioni, just drops down. This looks like player safety might be a factor here. Has Yuna Sioni done his knee? He slipped into the challenge. Doesn't look too flash. Okay, it's a knock-on. So that's going to be the end of the half. Yeah, ends up just slipping and actually falls into the tackle, unfortunately, of Hamwa. So that will be the end of the half. That is halftime. The referee has just said so. 5-all going into the second half. Certainly a close game. Well done from Kenya to be able to keep it close. But Samoa, you feel like the pressure's starting to build, and that's normally when they fire. So that's why Samoa, there's a chance in the second half we could see them get a few extra tries. And let's go Kenya. Said Lucky Omondi there as well. And I think this game is definitely going to come down to the bench. Otieno, very dangerous player for the Kenyans to have. Other than that, though, not a huge amount of, I guess, recognizable names for the Kenyans for the 7 circuit. They've gone with quite a young side here. Tanga's in there. Angeo, he's had a couple chances in the past. One Wea, and also Okuth, the other man off the bench. Whereas you look at the Samoan bench, you've got Nuulivaya, Opitai, Letufia, Onisai, and Tuitama. I think Samoa, when it comes to the benches, you give them the advantage. that is why these starting lineup players for Kenya need to stay out there as long as they can and keep that intensity. It's such a quick, fast format of the game. Well, Kenya is good. Says Roof, yeah, it's always just flying by for the Seven Circuit. Like at the end of the day, I think we're covering about 13 matches for today or something along those lines. And they're just going to be pretty much back to back to back. We get little like 20 or 30-minute breaks when we aren't covering matches. So the next game that we are doing is New Zealand versus Tonga. That will be kicking off in about 12 minutes time. And then we get a short break as we aren't doing Argentina, Canada, or Great Britain, Australia. We are going to be back at 12:38, and that will be for the matchup between South Africa and Spain. So we get nice little breaks along the way. But the beauty of Sevens is you can kind of pick and choose what games you are going to be covering on the channel. And also by doing them as separate live streams rather than a full live stream of the whole day, you do get that little bit of freedom of being able to do a few things in between. Like I think during the first break, we're going to be doing some jibbing in the lounge, putting up some jib board. Anyone who doesn't know what that is, it's something for building. I realize doing some jibbing sounds a bit weird, doesn't it? And the Bulls are so horrible, 24-0 at halftime. Never saw such a bad performance from the Bulls in years, says Yanri now. Yeah, not a great start to the match for them up against Leon. That's going to be an early knock-on from the Samoans. So Kenya will have themselves the first scrum feed of the half. Who do you think is going to win, says Jason? My gut still tells me Samoa. At the end of the day, like 7 minutes, I'd like to think they score 2 or 3 tries here. I want to say 3, but we're going to go 2 because the Kenyans are bringing it to them at the moment in this game. But there will be a good factor for Samoa, I'd say. Just having that extra pressure on them, playing a tough first matchup means that they should be able to play in their next game up against France a little bit better, and that will help them make their way through to the quarterfinals. But nicely done again by Ronaldo Omondi. It's going to be another high tackle against the Samoans. Now, another penalty. That time it is Valvasa Afasua so far getting played by penalties. I can say the Samoan side and Bulls. What are they not doing well? Says Roofing going to be alert or got to be alert. No time to relax here, Samoa. Come on. Says Roof. That kick hasn't found touch from Kenya, so that is one of their biggest mistakes of the match so far, as it's now given the position back to the Manu Samoan Seven side. Can certainly make a play. And now Valvasa Afasua. If he links up with the man on the outside, it could be money, but he doesn't. Not able to find that pass quite yet. Now going back across to the left-hand side. Nice ball on the inside to Etty Slater. One more pass. The 2-on-1 down wide. Paul Scanlon breaks the line. And Samoa score. Oh, I thought for a second he was just going to run that one dead like we were playing NFL, but he has been able to score that try. Paul Scanlon, his first try of the Samoan Seven Circuit for the Southern Hemisphere. Although I guess I call it Oceania, sorry, seeing as we did have Cape Town not too long ago. And discipline Samoa, says Ruth. Very nicely done by Paul Scanlon. It was a 2-on-1 and not in his favour. He had 2 defenders in front of him and he breaks through them both. Then William Bucker, unable to catch him, does score the try. Yes, Samoa, says Jason. Massively important one and a brilliant kick. It was straight out in front, but we've seen them miss before. That is now going to be 12 points to 5 in favour of the Samoans. And this is where Kenya will very much be tested. Whether they're able to stop this momentum that Samoa have just found for themselves, or whether that momentum is just going to keep on flowing for the final 4 minutes. Slapped back by Motu Opitai. And Samoa retaining their own kickoff. Seems like they smell blood in the water, and now they're trying to... How has he done that? I thought he dislocated his arm, offloading it like that. Falaniko. He's got a very bendy elbow, that's for sure, but it's going to lead to another opportunity for the Samoans sitting 22 metres out. Pilo Maleko. Was he tackled too high there? Yes, he was. Now they will be going back for another penalty. Motu Opitai takes the quick tap. Samoan numbers on the right-hand side here. Pilo Maleko backs himself, steps round 2 Kenyans and scores between the sticks. Samoa in again. And also we have got that 24-0. No way, says Ruth. And therefore, Leon versus the Bulls. Samoa getting their 3rd try of the match. This offload from Falaneko. having two men tackling you and still being able to free up that arm enough to be able to go for that offload is absolutely sensational. And it kept that ball alive. Like I mentioned, the momentum, it is well and truly in Samoa's favour. And Va'a Pilomaleko scores his first try. He's in a contest at the moment with Grand Didier to see who can get the most tries throughout the World Sevens series. That one will certainly help him catch up a bit more. Let's go, says Jason, and Samoa foot on the gas. Now over try, says Ruth. Yeah, this is going to be extremely tough for the Kenyans to catch up now at this point with Samoa 12 points ahead to defend their throne. In Cape Town, they were absolutely brilliant. And Hamilton, it took them 7 minutes to start to wind into their craft. But now that they're into it, it's going to be hard to stop them. They're already counter-rucking that next breakdown of the Kenyans. It's gone backwards, I've said. So Kenya still just able to hang on to this, going off to their right-hand side. Still half a chance, of course, for Kenya. It's going to be another big shot from Va'a Pilomaleko. They had the advantage for offside. They won't be going back for it, though. It will be the penalty advantage over. Going wide. Now on the wing, it's on Mundi. Just not quite able to stay in the field of play there. Now it's going to be Samoa with another line out. Powerful men, Samoa, exactly right. They have got some absolutely brilliant players, some units out there on the field. Number 11 going off the field. That is Owen Nui. Is he being replaced? Who's coming on the field? Okay, I see Tuna Tuitama making his way out onto the field, and also Talnu'u Naulevaya, the other man who is making his way out there for the Samoans. Both sides open up, says the referee, closing the gap a little bit for the line out time. Every advantage you can get, of course. They'll try and both sides just close the gap again straight away after the referee left. Motuopitai takes it nicely. Now Valvasa Afasua back across. One more brilliant run here. And that will be another try. This time it's Paul Scanlon who scores it. It's been hit hard when he scored it, but that is going to be the third try of the half for Samoa. I was a little bit nervous saying that they get a chance of scoring 3. That's why I went for 2, but they have scored 3 so far throughout the second 7 minutes, and it seems like they've got time to maybe get themselves a 4th of the half. But Paul Scanlon, brilliant pace shown, scores the try, and Scanlon gets a double. So we've seen a hat-trick in the first game. That was for Shilton van Wyk. We have seen a double in this game for the Samoans. Could we see the hat-trick? There's still 50 seconds left. The Samoans in attendance absolutely loving what they are seeing here from the boys in blue. And Samoa will try, and also, yes, boys, says Jason. Yeah, the second half has been very impressive. They kick off short. Samoa retain. Tuitama finds the offload, but it does go straight into the hands of the Kenyan number 7, Anthony Omundi. So almost a brilliant play straight off kickoff. But Kenya, they've got this one back. There's going to be Wabuya. Passes it off for the Kenyans. And every breakdown now, Samoa are willing to contest, which is something that can be dangerous if you do get it wrong, but can also be a very useful tool for a side in a game of sevens. Of course, if you got a man in the breakdown, as long as it's the man who makes the tackle, it works out not too badly because you've still got your numbers out the back line just in case. And too much for poor Kenya. Watch Samoa run them in, says Ruth. And currently we've heard the full-time siren, so Kenya still a little bit of a chance to get maybe one more. That's going to be knocked on. Stolen by Samoa now. Scanlon got himself 2 already. Now got the numbers on the outside. Inside ball to Motuopitai. Breaking through. Big fend there. Too much pace for the Kenyan number 20. And that will be another try for Samoa. They have now turned a game that was 5-5 at halftime into an extremely dominant one. 31 points to 5 with a kick still to come. Very nicely done by the Samoans. Like they've said, the long limbs of Motuopitai successfully running in the 5th try of the match for the Manu Samoa Sevens side. And that's about the dream start that they would have been after scoreboard-wise. First half, it was rough. Second half was a lot better, and they'll be looking to even improve more in their next game up against the French. The Sun last kick of the day, or the game, I should say. It's missed away to the side. So that will be the end of the match. 31 points to 5 in favour of the Samoans. But I do thank you all very much for tuning in. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. We're going to be back in only about 2 minutes' time with the matchup between Tonga and New Zealand. We'll see you all for the next one.